Good afternoon from beautiful, sunny Lauderdale by the Sea. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals for our daily update. Something you see here are some very light breezes, actually nice breezes, perfect breezes for sailing, parasailing, or whatever. The ocean's nice and calm. Looks like to me, smooth sailing and steady as she goes. And you know what this has in common with the gold markets? That's exactly, I think, what's happening right now. Steady as she goes. We've tested some highs here. We've tested over that $2,000 mark. And let's take a look at where we are today. I think earlier in the week, we had a big pullback. And I've been saying for a while, when gold and silver pulls back, especially silver, it does it big time. So you have to have a strong stomach for these pullbacks. However, when they pull back, you can't panic and go into sell mode like a lot of people with ETFs do and a lot of people that have online silver. Well, it's really not silver, it's just a piece of paper, unlike what you and I own. They just own a piece of paper, and they usually panic and they dump out. And that's what they did with ETFs this week, which really isn't silver at all, just a piece of paper. But we went into that earlier this week, and you know exactly my feelings on this and exactly why I'm saying it's just a piece of paper. It's not really silver. You and I own real silver when we own bars and coins. That's a fact, whether it's gold or silver or platinum or palladium. So let's take a look at the markets here. New York spot price is 1956. We have definitely built a base of 1950 with this pullback into the 1950 range. And you see that we went as low as 1913 in the world markets, 1922 in New York spot prices. However, we are maintaining this 1950 level. I like this. This is great. This is a base. We have tested almost $2,100 in gold. It's wonderful. I mean, it sailed up there. I mean, people were just kind of buying into it. But again, as we've been talking about, there's nothing wrong with pulling back. You buy the pullbacks. We've discussed this. When you're in a bull market, you buy these pullbacks. And that's exactly what we have been in, are still in, and will continue to be in gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. I don't know. So let's take a look here in the world markets. I've been saying usually when the world spot prices have been leading New York. Let's take a look here. World spot prices are still open. They're down just a little bit, but not. Oh, I'm sorry, closed. My apology. Looks like world spot markets closed a little bit down from New York, but not much of a divergence there. Not a big difference between New York. So I'm suspecting that world spot prices are going to be about the same. So it's a really confusing day for me, both in gold and silver. And the same thing with silver. Look at these ranges, 26 to 27. A low at 24, a high 24s, just tapped below 2,500 or $25 in silver earlier this week when it did get hit or monkey hammered, as I said, with the ETFs, with the bullshit ETFs. Sorry, but they are. And today we have a $1.75 range. Overall up. I mean, it's good. Steady as she goes. I like that. We were touching $29 earlier in the week, but again, it's backed off from there. And like I said, same thing with gold. Buy the pullbacks. Let's look at the world market, 27.51. And it looks like New York's led a little bit higher. The silver's a little bit down lower in world spot prices. So, you know, my gut feeling is I'm not sure. It could be up a little bit, down a little bit, but I don't think we'll see any major movements tomorrow. At least I don't think we will. However, I did spin my lucky coin here, and if you take a look at the lucky coin, we'll see what it says as far as are we going to have an up day or a down day. So let's take a spin on this. Well, the coin says up day, so let's see. It might be up a little bit tomorrow. That coin has been right like most of the time. When I just found it too, by the way. I lost my lucky coin there, or my little lucky bull and bull market or bull and bear market coin. And I just found it, so I said, hey, why not use it today? Especially since the fact that I really can't pick out. I don't think it's going to make a major move either way, but the coin says it's going to be up, and I'm suspecting that means a little bit. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it'll be a little down. So, again, not sure. Be about the same. Who cares either way? You're in a bull market. Take a look at platinum, 962.31. Again, across the board, all the precious metals are looking really good. They're recovering. They built a really nice base. They didn't cave below that base. So I'm liking this. And again, if you see these down, if you see these pullbacks, just buy into it if you have the money to buy into it and the timing is right. That's the hardest thing, because these markets actually pulled back the furthest when you and I were sleeping. Go figure, right? And tell me these markets aren't monkey hammered somewhere or somehow, and they are. However, if you don't play, you can't win. And overall, if you own the physical metal itself and you're into this bull market right here, you will do fine. Let's take a look at, I like this article, by the way, because you never see this, and Mrs. doesn't talk about Mrs. Institute, which is kind of a libertarian blog or a libertarian site, talking about gold. And they talk about the economics a lot, so this is tied in with the economics. Gold prices show there's a big short going on in official currencies. Well, what did we look at last night? Remember the article I was showing you? If you don't, when you get a chance, go back and look at last night's or yesterday's video, and we were talking exactly about this. So Mrs. puts this out. On August 2020, the price of gold surpassed 2,000. Well, we know this. And again, this article was written and was a little bit higher. It has got monkey hammered since then. And let's see kind of what they're talking about down here. By the way, take a look at this article. It's Mrs. Institute. Let me see if I can find the link. Mrs.org / pause the video, take a look at this, and again, type it into your browser and take a look at this article. It's kind of interesting. And you don't see Mrs. Make articles like this very often. It talks about inflation, what's happening in the currencies, central banks, and everything we've been talking about. Ludwig von Mises wrote, "The collapse of an inflation policy carried to an extreme, as the United States in 1781 and France, does not destroy the monetary system, but only the credit money or fiat money of the state that has overestimated the effectiveness of its own policy. The collapse emancipates commerce and etatism, I think that's etatism, and establishes metallic money again." Anyway, great article. Take a look at it, and let's move on to the next thing. Wall Street Journal. I'm not even going to look at the front page. You know why? Because the Wall Street Journal's front page has just turned into pure politics. But nothing to do with business, just influence, propaganda, and politics. So I'm not going to look at the front page right here because, take a look at yourself. Really, there's not much you can read into the economy except for maybe this section over here that shows you the graph on the Dow and what's happening in stocks. But look, deadly coronavirus was inevitable. Why was no one ready? Oh, give me a break. Israel, but anyway, I'm not going to go into the political stuff here. I don't know what happened to Wall Street Journal. They've just turned totally politics on their front page, not business. So let's see if their market page mentions anything about gold and silver, because I've been railing about that. And of course it does not. But let's see what their market page does talk about. U.S. stocks drop despite fall in jobless claims. This is only temporary fall in jobless claims right here. I don't know what's going on out there, but it certainly doesn't seem like there's a lot more jobs happening. Unless some of the places are opening up, but a lot of these places will not open up. But again, let's skip the political section here. I don't see anything here that tells me that, or I don't see anything in here that relates to gold or silver, precious metal markets or anything, or that's going to affect us. So I'll try to keep this fairly short than normal. Thank you for watching these videos on YouTube, and I appreciate you watching these daily updates. I know there's not many of you, but I appreciate every single one of you that do. It makes me feel good that I'm putting out information out here and that I'm trying to help people, and that even if it's only a few of you watching, I really appreciate that. Don't forget, I also have a page on Facebook too, so friend us up on Facebook or like us on Facebook, and don't hesitate to ask us questions there. It's a great forum to ask us questions as well. We will answer when we see them on there. So again, like us on Facebook on Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals, and really that's about it. Oh, there's my steady as she goes. We are steady as she goes. So when you see these big moves, buy in if you can. If you can't, just relax, hang on, you'll make money. And thanks for watching. Have yourself a great evening. Talk to you tomorrow.